Check 1 2. Testing, testing. Oh, it works. You can hear me? I'm experimenting with something new real quick. Thanks, man. Thanks, thanks. Can you guys hear me? Just say yes. All right. Now, can you hear the organ? So y'all do hear me and the organ. Say yes, me, and yes, organ. Okay, so the organ is low. All right, let me see if I can turn the organ up. 1 sec. All right, let's try it now. Turn it up a little more. Let's see what I can do here. Blah, 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 blah. So the organ is good now. Y'all can hear that really good. All right, this is a test, man. This is a test, but since so many people showed up, I guess I might as well teach something. I even put a title to this thing. So what you guys want to what you guys want to know? What you want to ask me since we're here? Lesson 1. All right. Turn the bass down. All right. All right. So we got okay. So we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going. We got a lot. All right. So this thing's working. Okay. So let's start with this for now. This is going to be more consistent. Okay. Um, in terms of I'm going to be doing these more in terms of my content for Organ Made Easy. Because it's more interactive this way, I think, and I can help you guys more. Um, so let's see. We got talk progression. We got 2-5-1 C major. We have hymns, preacher chords. Okay, so how we're gonna start with talk music. Talk music is pretty simple. So we're gonna go with talk music. 2-5-1 C major. We have hymns, preacher chords. Okay, so how we're gonna start with talk music. Talk music is pretty simple. So we're gonna go with talk music. 2-5-1 C major. We have hymns. All right. Cool. So we got a little community going on here. So let's talk music now. So when it comes to talk music, man, you guys, if y'all have seen the talk music video, then you know what my approach is. But what I can do right now is give you guys a progression that I love. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a progression. Let me see, which one should I use? My phone's going off. Everybody's going off. Okay. So let me see here. Now, the main thing with talk music, you want to be smooth and you want to make sure your hands flow well. This is kind of impromptu because I didn't even plan this lesson out, but this should be good. So, let's do the key of C sharp, D flat, okay? And I'm going to do a simple walk down from C sharp and walk down the scale, and I'm going to use different chords and move in and out of keys. I'm going to show you guys some tricks to move in and out of keys, okay? Actually, I covered this in the course I just released. I'm not sure if any of y'all knew about it, Create Crazy Gospel Chords. And it's not available right now because I just closed down the registration for it. But we have a lot of students in there, and this is one of the things I'm teaching them. So y'all are getting a little sneak peek of what's inside the course. So the main thing I do is start off here, walk down. My C isn't working. Okay, so that's pretty much something pretty simple there. I gotta adjust the organ real quick, y'all. So y'all give me a second. Give me a second. Let me adjust this organ and take some of these things off. There you go. There you go. Word. There we go. Oh man, this is pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. This is pretty cool. It will play back. It will play back. It should be available. Yeah, it will be available. So, but this is a real rough one, man. I mean, I might end up deleting it, but if it goes good, we'll keep it up. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. So let's start here. Just show my hands right now. So we have that. All right. So first chord is a regular C sharp major triad. Next, we have the A flat over C, but instead of playing the C up here, I'd like to do the A flat and the B flat together. So it's an A flat add 2. Same thing here. We have a G flat add 2, but it's over the 3, which is the B flat, okay? And then from here it gets pretty interesting. You can do, simple. Now here we go into another key. Now this is E flat over G, but we're doing that same add 2 thing. We're adding the F, okay? So these cluster voicings, you want to know those because those work really well over the 3 of any key, okay? So I'll play how I would go in and out of keys using moves like this, and then I'll try to break it down. So so what I did there, basically, I went out of key briefly. When I do talk music, I like to keep it really simple and just use chords here and there to take them out and bring it back in. And I just end it off really traditionally because it just tends to work. And that kind of stuff usually works when someone's walking up to the podium or something like that. If the preacher of the hour or whatever were to come up, you're introducing, Reverend such and such, you would do. how I just went to A flat right there? Okay, so I started off in D flat, went down to F for a little bit. See the F right there? Once again, that's the 1/3, so it's the F triad over the A. Then we go down to the G minor 6, back to the F major triad again, etc. Alright, so that's how. Hey, nice. Okay, we got more people up in here. We got more people. We got more people. We got more people. Alright. Something happened here on my end, guys. You guys still watching this? You guys still can see me? So this is definitely just a test. I'm gonna be Derek, why? Okay, good. Okay, good. So let me explain some of the stuff. All right. So the theory behind going in and out of keys is this. And I covered this in the course, and it's pretty in depth, but I try to explain as best I can. When you're playing a song with a melody, you gotta know that melody really, really well. And to be able to go in and out of keys, you have to know chords that share the melody note. Get what I mean? So for instance, if a melody was like Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? Okay, so the melody right there was C, B flat, A flat, B flat, C. And I'm in the key of A flat, obviously. But to move in and out of key, use another chord that has the note C in it to start. It doesn't have to be A flat, right? So, excuse me. So instead of using the the A flat major triad, you can do you could do something like that. And the reason why that worked is because the chords I use share the melody in it. And that takes an extensive knowledge of your chords, the tensions, what notes are in them, what tensions work where, how you can use extra notes and passing chords and all that kind of stuff to make it work. So it takes a really extensive knowledge. I mean, I spent a lot of time, I went to Berkeley to learn music theory, and I know it can be confusing for a lot of people, but I do my best to really try to explain it in a really, really simple way. And it's not that difficult once you just start to see certain patterns and whatnot, you know what I mean? So let's do that little move, actually. Let's do that little move. So melody note was C, right? So Mary, that's a regular chord, but the first chord I did to substitute the A flat was this. All right, now that chord is a D minor 7, add 9, which is the E, and 11, which is the G, okay? And I voice it like so. So then re, the B flat, right? So what goes with B flat for me, because I know I usually do this move a lot, so I'll do that, okay? Now that's an E flat triad over G dominant 7, okay? Y'all see the G in the bottom there? And you got the F, which is the flat 7, and the B, which is the major 3rd, okay? So Mary had A flat on top. So instead of playing, whatever the regular chord was, I done forgot it now. I go to C sharp minor 7 at 9. Okay, so C sharp, E natural, A flat, B natural, E flat, A flat on top. So Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little rest of the words. Oh, fleece was white as snow, right? I forgot the rest of it. I can't believe that. So, let me do that again. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Yeah. So let me show you guys that last move there. So I did a Mary had a little lamb. So that last chord, that last chord, after I did this, Mary had, no, here we go, is a B flat over D, dominant 7. Okay, so Mary had a little. Okay, so on little, A flat on the top, and the bottom, C dominant 7. So we got C, we got E natural, we got a B flat. Okay, and you'll see gospel guys use this trick all the time. This particular kind of voicing. And I call it simple. The real name of the chord is a big one. But A flat over C dominant 7, you'll be fine. So after this one, little lamb. Now, what I did there was I kept the same chord in my hands when I moved the bass from C to the F sharp or the G flat, however you want to look at it. Okay? And because this is the same tritone from C to F sharp. A tritone is made of the third and the flat 7. If y'all been around the block a few times, you know that already. So if I jump here, now with G flat or F sharp in the bass, this is still the third and the flat 7. Now this is the third. The B flat's the third of the G flat, and the E natural is the flat 7 of the G flat. And I'm still holding that A flat on top of it. Okay, and then all I do is move it up a half step. So now it's A triad over G dominant 7. Okay, and then I go to an A flat major 7, but I add the 9, which is the B flat. Okay. So let me do that one more time. If I remember it, God help me. God help us. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So first chord. D minor 11. E flat over G dominant 7. C sharp minor 7 at 9. B flat over D dominant 7. A flat over C dominant 7. A flat over G flat dominant 7. Remember, all I did was trace the bass. A over G dominant 7. A flat major 7 at 9. Okay, so let me play through the whole thing. And that was the last part. So Mary had a little lamb, regular little lamb, regular little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Whose fleece was white as snow. I have to church it up at the end there. All right. Wow. So this thing is working, man. This is phenomenal. I'm glad this thing is working. I'm excited to see this. Let's see what it is for you guys. I really am. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna pan out, because this is great. Okay. Oh, I got a couple questions here. He said leave it up. Okay, I'll leave it up. Let's see. So, can I explain left hand chords and soloing? Marcus Sapp, I got your back, brother. So, you guys play organ in, or rather piano or both or whatever, and fail to understand a few things. Your left hand should not have the bass in it at all. Okay, um, I play bass guitar as well. Actually, I played bass guitar longer than I've played the organ, believe it or not. And because the bass and the organist usually are the ones who fight each other, because organists don't like bass players, and bass players can't stand when organists say don't play bass, because we have the pedals on organ. So it's kind of weird that I play like both of the instruments that like are at war with each other. But but what you want to do, you want to voice your chords, and it can get deep, but you want to voice it with any note besides the root, okay? And you want to keep your hand in one place on the keyboard, okay, as much as possible. You don't want it moving around. You want to keep it here. If you saw what I was doing in that song just now, my left hand stayed in the same place. Watch again. So, watch this. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Watch this. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. So you see how my hand stayed right there? It stayed right there. It didn't move around. Now this is where you have to work on your chord voicings. You have to know all your chords in all of the different ways they can be played, or the different note orders. So you got to know the stuff in the different note order. That is very, very, very important, because I'm not playing everything from the root. If you're only used to playing from the root, it would kind of be tough, because the first chord I played was a D. You would do probably, I played it up here, okay? But the F is in the bottom. The third is in the bottom. If you play regular, Mare, then you try to do the other chord I did, which is the E flat over the G. You try to do this, okay? And then you'll have to, play the. You can't do it. So you need to know how to cluster your chords in a way, because if you have to keep moving it around, it wouldn't be smooth. So you have to just know all your voicings. Okay, you gotta learn all your voicings. And use your right hand and your left hand to work together. Okay? So now in terms of the soloing part, with all that in mind, now we're going to move to a different drawbar setting here. And I think I moved my camera the wrong way. What happened? I don't know what happened here. God help us. Well, if I messed it up, y'all forgive me. Oh, I had it right. Good. Now move it back, boy. Move it back. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. So, he said go back to school. Derek White, you're funny. All right. Oh, I messed it up. God help us. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. So let me switch view. And for the guy who wanted the solo in, I'm going to switch to the drawbar view. Okay, can you guys... Okay, here we go. A little bit better. Look at my... I'm not sure. 1 second. Do I have... Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, good. So I'm going to show you, my good man, a little draw. Let me adjust this camera so you can see the drawbars a little bit better. Here we go. All right. Back to Chrome. So we have a solo setting. I'm going to give you a couple solo settings. And I covered this in actually my last lesson, the one on the drawbar settings. I don't know if you watched that one. The top drawbar settings you should know. Um, and one of them was, what was it? 888 6 5 for 3 2 1. I don't know, it was 3 2 1. 3 2. No, 4 3 2. Each little digit counts. Each little digit counts, okay? I put 887 6, sorry, start over. 0 887 6 5 4 3 2. Okay? That's how we're gonna do it. That's exactly how we're gonna do it. Okay. Curtis Williams asks, do you have a video for all voicings? That would be in my course, Create Crazy Gospel Chords. Now, I just closed it down. It's not available right now because I have a lot of students in there, and I'm giving them personal attention in the course, so I really can't take on any new people. But it's a step-by-step system to take you from beginner to advanced in your playing. Okay, from beginner to advanced. If you don't know music theory or anything, there's a module that goes through the basics of music theory. And if you don't know how to build chords or create any kind of crazy chords, it shows you how to do that, the system to do that. Basically, the goal of the course is to not have you copying moves from guys like me or Corey Henry or whatever, but to show you the psychology behind how we think. And show you the psychology behind the gospel chords that we play so you can create your own. If you keep taking from other people, there's a saying that goes, you can give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but you teach him how to fish, you feed him for life, So that's my approach. I want to teach you guys how to fish for yourself. It does you no good if you keep like, oh my God, at this player or the next player or whatever. You got to know, how to do it for yourself. And that's the only way that I can honestly really empower anyone is by showing you how to do it for yourself. So that's my main objective with that course. So let me switch back to the other viewpoint. There we go. I like this thing. It's pretty cool. Okay. So back to the solo setting. So what I usually use for traditional solo stuff is this setting. And let's see if I can remember anything. Come on. Here we go. Okay, so that's kind of similar. I'm still ironing out the bugs with this thing. I don't know what's going on with it. My drawbars are not properly being appropriated here. I don't know if it's a preset thing or is it a preset thing? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's acting weird. Let's see. 6, 4, 3, 2. There we go. There's Jesus. All right. We've been back in business. All right. There we go. So that's where that's a really, really good setting. Now, the most important thing when you're soloing is to keep it grooving, man. I mean, whatever you're doing, just because you're soloing don't mean you're not responsible for the groove. So you want to keep it grooving. You can see the left hand stuff I was doing in my foot. The groove was there. And you got to see my right foot as well. Look at how I use the right foot for expression, to pull back on certain parts, okay, and to accentuate other parts, okay? So let me do that again. Let me play that one more time, okay? So all right. So the groove is important when you're soloing. You know, I mean that thing. I mean you can't. You really you can't do nothing without it. I mean you really can't do nothing with the groove. Okay, guys. So I'm outie. This was great. I kind of like this vibe, man. This is smooth. Uh, I'm glad. I'm glad. This is gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna be so happy to bring you guys some great, great content. And you know, expand the Oregon Made Easy brand. We're doing well so far. A lot of people have joined up. Tell your friends about us. You know, tell your friends about us, and stay tuned. You know, I think that this will be a lot better because I can interact with you guys better. One and two, you know, all of the video editing and stuff. I love doing that stuff, but it's kind of time consuming, and I'm very, very, very busy. Very, very busy. So that's why sometimes content doesn't come out as, you know, consistently as you guys would like. And I get that, you know, but I can only do so much, man. But now with this tool now, I can just, hey, if I feel like doing a lesson, I'm like, hey, I want to show these guys this chord. You know, I can just come and show you guys and not have to okay, let me show you, let me record it, let me edit it, let me, you know, you guys see everything all at once, and it's just great, it's phenomenal. So on that note, guys, this is Vaughn Brathwaite from Oregon Made Easy. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, guys, talk to you guys soon. All right, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be awesome. These guys are gonna love this stuff.